Russia vehemently denied that it was responsible for the attack on a children's hospital in Kyiv, countering Ukrainian and international claims with unsubstantiated accusations against Ukrainian anti-missile defenses. At a daily briefing, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov repeated Moscow's long-standing assertion that it does not target civilian infrastructure. Peskov urged the public to rely on statements from the Russian Ministry of Defense, which has consistently denied allegations of civilian casualties, attributing such incidents to falling anti-missile systems.
I urge you to be guided by the statements of the Russian Ministry of Defense, which absolutely excludes that there were attacks on civilian targets and which states that we are talking about a falling anti-missile system. We continue to insist that we do not attack civilian targets. Strikes are carried out against critical infrastructure facilities, against military targets that are in one way or another related to the military potential of the regime.
Ukrainian authorities, however, have presented evidence that they claim links the attack to a Russian K-101 cruise missile. On Monday, the missile struck the Okhmatdyt Children's Hospital in Kyiv, causing extensive damage and resulting in at least 41 civilian casualties, making it the deadliest airstrike on Ukraine in months. The Ukrainian Security Service reported that fragments of the missile's rear section, including a serial number, were recovered from the site, as well as parts of the missile's guidance system. The service's Telegram statement asserted, "The experts' conclusions are unequivocal. It was a direct strike." The United Nations Human Rights Monitoring Mission in Ukraine has supported Ukraine's position, with the mission's head stating that their analysis points to a direct hit from a Russian missile as the likely cause of the hospital attack. The UN official's assessment comes amidst ongoing scrutiny of Russia's military actions in Ukraine, particularly concerning civilian casualties.
The topic of the alleged Russian strike on the children's hospital, for the discussion of which they convene us today, clearly is not a very gratifying topic, and they probably saw many analyses of what happened on photos and videos, from which it clearly follows that this was a missile of the Ukrainian air defense.
Hospitals have special protection under international humanitarian law. Intentionally directing attacks against a protected hospital is a war crime, and perpetrators must be held to account. Mr. President, these incidents are part of a deeply concerning pattern of systemic attacks harming healthcare and other civilian infrastructure across Ukraine.
In a recent statement, Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova dismissed Ukraine's narrative, instead alleging, without providing concrete evidence, that a NASAMS surface-to-air missile fired by Ukrainian forces was responsible for the attack.
As has often been the case with the Ukrainian air defense system, its missiles veered off course and hit residential buildings and social facilities. The same happened this time. Many eyewitnesses and other sources have already confirmed that a Western-made NASAMS surface-to-air missile hit a building of the Okhmatdyt Hospital for Children in Kyiv.
The attack on the Okhmatdyt Children's Hospital, Ukraine's largest medical facility for children, occurred during one of Russia's heaviest bombardments of Kyiv in recent months. The strike not only caused substantial damage, but also interrupted critical medical procedures, including open-heart surgeries, and forced young cancer patients to seek treatment outdoors.
The most significant loss is people. Unfortunately, we lost a highly professional doctor who was very dedicated to children and prevented major casualties. We lost a young, qualified specialist as well. Of course, we also lost the building. It is completely destroyed. Dialysis for kidney failure and acute intoxication was conducted in that building. Now there is no building left and no equipment. Additionally, we lost critical infrastructure. We lost the ability to supply electricity to both the new and old buildings. 4 hospital buildings are partially destroyed. Treatment cannot currently be conducted in these buildings, and yesterday we had to evacuate children from there.
According to Health Minister Viktor Lyashko, the hospital was caring for 627 patients at the time of the attack. The building where we conducted dialysis for children with kidney failure or acute intoxication is ruined entirely, said Volodymyr Zhovnir, the hospital's Director General, estimating the damage at approximately $2.5 million. Footage from eyewitnesses
Be held accountable
showed
for
a
this
missile
terror.
descending towards the hospital in a steep trajectory, consistent with a direct hit. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky took to the social media platform X to report that 64 people were hospitalized in Kyiv, with additional casualties in Kryvyi Rih and Dnipro. The airstrike was part of a larger wave of missile attacks across Kyiv and other Ukrainian cities on Monday, which hit 7 out of 10 districts in the capital. This incident has sparked a significant international outcry and renewed calls for accountability for the increasing number of civilian casualties in the ongoing conflict. The Russian government's rejection of these claims and the contrasting narratives from Ukrainian officials and international observers highlight the ongoing tension and dispute over the responsibility for the recent escalation in violence.